I said tits.
It's a very anxious time, and I'm so proud of Iceland because I feel like as a country everybody's really pulled together. You guys should be really proud of yourself, because I think getting through the devastating cancellation of Eurovision is really something to be proud of. I mean, it was our year. I mean, I know you guys always say that, but it was. But I'm a huge Daði Freyr fan, like massive. I mean, to the point that when I arrived in Iceland 3 years ago, I loved Krav Maga. I made a museum about him for my masters at Lissalskóli. And I made, for Songverkefni this year, I made a celebratory bröðterta with his face on it. Because it was the only time I was going to get to eat his face. But for the purpose of this joke, there are two things that you need to know about me. One of them is that I identify as a lesbian. And the other one is that my dad left when I was very small, so I'm always searching for like a father figure. The two things are unrelated. I have checked with my therapist. But you know, my love for Daði is confusing. I find it very, very confusing. And I have been thinking about it a lot. I have been thinking about things. And what I've realised is that I've got Daði issues. I am, as well as comedy, I'm a visual artist, I'm a performance artist, which means that for the last few years I have spent a lot of the time working as a barista. It's, you know, it's, I apologise, there's a lot of people that will be doing their sets in Icelandic. I can't do my set in Icelandic, but I did try and speak Icelandic as much as I could when I was working in a cafe. And at one point, when the customers after had said, you know, viltu kaffi, eða fleira, gjörðu svo vel, and he said to me, you sound like a very confused Icelandic person. You're terrible. But like 90% of the time I sound like a very confused British person, so I will take that. But a few months ago, I was at work, I was like doing some clearing up, and I knocked a plant off a shelf, and it smashed, and I shouted bollocks because I hadn't drawn enough attention to myself. And I was cleaning it up, and a customer came up and said, "Oh, do you want some help with that?" And I looked up, and it was Ari Elgin, the nicest man in comedy, someone that I really want to respect me as a colleague and an equal, and he's never met me before tonight. And I looked up, and there he is, Ari Elgin, the nicest man in comedy, and I said, "It's okay, you don't have to help me with this." And he said, "It's okay, I have a 1-year-old, I have to deal with this shit all the time." So, I'm now going to tell you my origin story. I may present as a very well-adjusted human being from the last 5 minutes that I told you, but believe it or not, my teenage years were quite hard. I was, first of all, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, dyspraxia, and dyscalculia, which means that I can't spell, I can't count, and I can't walk. But one thing that kind of was a redeeming feature was that I was in a band. Yeah, whoa, yeah, you're thinking, yeah, she was cool. I played the trombone. And like the trombone, it's like a lyrical fart, and it looks weird. It's kind of like the Tommy Wiseau of instruments. Nobody knows why it's here, but it is, and you'll have to deal with it. But I got sent to band camp, where I earned myself a cool nickname. They used to call me the Tromboner Killer. But little did they know I wanted those boners dead. And then the second evolution of Teenage Kimi was that I became a radically evangelical Christian. I got really into Christian, like, techno rap. There was this band called the Worldwide Message Tribe. They had a song called Jump in the House of God. Jump in the house of God, jump up, jump in the house of God. Who's in the house? God's in the house. But I was was mostly in it for the cool bracelets. You could get these amazing bracelets with like acronyms in them that said things like WWJD, what would Jesus do? There was push, pray until something happens. Frog, fully reliant on God. But I got kicked out when I started making my own bracelets. I had one that said WWEDD, what would Ellen DeGeneres do? But that was like back in the noughties when she was still our best one. But now it's like, what would Ellen DeGeneres do? She'd probably kick you in the shins and throw coffee in your face. And then I had pull with 3 L's, pray until ladies like me. And then I had one that said clit, closeted lesbian into tits.